So, the 2026 Maruti Suzuki Brezza is finally here, and it's making waves across the compact SUV segment yet again. Now, when we talk about Brezza, we're not just talking about another small SUV on Indian roads, we're talking about a brand that helped define the urban SUV culture in India. And with this 2026 update, Maruti Suzuki is making a clear statement: they're not here just to compete, they want to lead. Let's start with what's new. At first glance, the updated Brezza doesn't stray far from the existing design language, but dig a little deeper and the changes are actually well thought out. The front fascia has been revised with a bolder grille, sharper LED DRLs, and a more aggressive bumper design. The changes are subtle but impactful enough to distinguish it from its predecessor, but not too radical to alienate loyal customers. Around the sides, there are new alloy wheel designs now available in diamond cut finishes for the top-end variants and slight tweaks to the character lines to give the SUV a more sculpted look. Maruti has also added 2 new dual-tone color options this year, which really help in keeping the Brezza feeling fresh and youthful. Step inside and you're greeted with one of the biggest updates in the 2026 model, an interior that feels a class above. The dashboard layout is more modern, with a soft-touch material running across the top half and a new, larger 10.25-inch infotainment screen taking center stage. This new screen now supports wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and the UI feels snappier than ever. There's also a fully digital instrument cluster on the XI Plus variant, which now shows turn-by-turn navigation, trip analytics, and fuel economy data in a more visually engaging manner. The inclusion of ambient lighting, a wireless charger, and ventilated front seats in the top trims brings the Brezza closer to what customers expect from a premium compact SUV in 2026. Space inside the cabin has always been one of the Brezza's strong points, and that remains unchanged. The rear seat continues to offer ample legroom and headroom, and with the addition of rear AC vents and Type-C charging port, Maruti is making sure rear passengers don't feel left out. Boot space remains similar to the previous model, which is a good 328 litres, more than enough for weekend getaways and grocery runs. Now, coming to the heart of the vehicle, what's powering this updated Brezza? Maruti continues with the 1.5-litre K15C petrol engine with mild hybrid technology. It produces 103 bhp and 137 Nm of torque. While those figures may not blow anyone away on paper, in the real world this engine delivers smooth, refined performance, and excellent fuel economy. The big update for 2026 is the inclusion of the 6-speed torque converter automatic gearbox across more variants, not just the top end. For those who prefer shifting gears themselves, the 5-speed manual is still available, and remains a joy to use thanks to its light clutch and slick shift action. In terms of fuel efficiency, Maruti claims up to 21.2 kmpl for the manual and around 19.8 kmpl for the automatic variants, depending on driving conditions. And thanks to the smart hybrid system, you get features like idle start-stop and brake energy regeneration as standard. One area where the 2026 Brezza really steps up is safety. It now comes with 6 airbags on the higher variants, electronic stability control, hill hold assist, rear parking sensors, and a 360-degree camera. Yes, finally. Maruti has clearly listened to customer feedback, and this makes the Brezza a more complete package in today's safety-conscious market. There's also a new feature added this year, ADAS Level 1. It includes lane departure warning, forward collision alert, and auto emergency braking. While it's only available on the top-end XI Plus variant, it's a major step forward for Maruti in terms of active safety tech. Now let's talk about ride and handling. The suspension setup remains largely the same as before, which means the Brezza continues to strike a great balance between comfort and handling. Whether you're navigating city traffic or taking on broken rural roads, it absorbs bumps without unsettling the cabin. Steering feel is light at low speeds and gains enough weight at higher speeds to inspire confidence. The Brezza still doesn't pretend to be a corner carver, but it's competent and composed, which is exactly what buyers in this segment want. Braking performance is also solid, with a progressive feel and good bite from the front discs. In terms of pricing, Maruti has positioned the Brezza quite aggressively, starting around a superscript 18.5 lakh and going up to a superscript 13.5 lakh for the top-end automatic variant. With all the added features and safety tech, the value proposition is stronger than ever. And of course, being a Maruti, you get the advantage of a vast service network, high resale value, and lower cost of ownership, which continues to be a huge factor for many Indian buyers. So, who should buy the 2026 Brezza? If you're looking for a reliable, efficient, and now feature-loaded compact SUV that doesn't compromise on space or comfort, the Brezza makes a very strong case for itself. It may not be the most powerful or the most flamboyant SUV in the segment, but it does just about everything really well. In a market that's increasingly crowded, the 2026 Brezza reminds us why it's been such a strong contender all these years. It knows its audience, and it delivers where it matters most.